mouth, something like that. But it'll make us restart all the way from the back, and I don't feel like doing that, so we're gonna keep going.
Whoever designed this trap thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
You're gonna want to remember this later in the game, it'll make more sense. Take this convenient bow. This isn't much of a combat game. It's more of solving puzzles and getting through stages like classic King's Quest. It's more of a challenge for the mind. Okay, so we got a bell, we got a ladder that gets us onto this meat slab, and we got a switch.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast and probably its owner alive.
So then that'll bring the meat down next to him. But if we push it again, there we go. Further away, we'll ring the dinner bell. Alright, so while he's busy with that, let's go get that mirror. Just jump up here before it comes back and take the ride. Time to boogie. I love the way he runs. I've got a feeling if a dragon was chasing me, I'd be running the same way. Like, arms flailing, screaming for my mommy. This river sequence is really cool. The colors just really pop out at you. So you want to shoot these ropes as you're coming up on them. Tail. The music in this game is just great too. It really puts you in that adventuring mood. run. Get the heck out of here, man. This part isn't too hard, you just gotta make sure that you don't run directly underneath the beds hanging above and you'll be fine. Alright.
With a magic mirror safely in my possession, I dreamt of the Daventry I would be rewarded with, and the kingdom it could become. Split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
Okay, so the main theme of this game, you can choose between bravery, shoot him in the eye, kindness and release him, or wisdom and shoot the bell. And there's a similar theme throughout the whole game. It'll ask you to make choices like these, and depending on how you make these choices, it alters the outcome of the story, and ultimately what the teacher... Oh, it took too long there.
This sentence? What's next?
That it teaches your granddaughter that you're telling the story to characteristics that she'll go by, and it alters her story as well. So you really want to be conscious of what you're choosing. If you guys want me to make a certain choice, I can give you a couple minutes and see if anybody has any comments. Otherwise, I'm going to go with the wisdom path.
In that split second, I had three choices in front of me. Any would clear my path to safety, and all would have rippling consequences.
So I'll go ahead and pause that and wait for a few moments. Just a few more moments. Alright, let's go with the kindness path then, per requested. So there you'll see he's just kind of lets you go. That's our first memory complete. So now it's going to go into a cutscene for a minute. I'm going to be quiet.
But with the last of my strength, I climbed out of the well and headed back to the castle. Ever since the magic mirror returned, its reflections have warned the kingdom of danger, kept our family safe, and it has exposed many troublesome crumbs tangled in my beard.
Yeah. King Edward was so proud that you returned his lost treasure that he made you king. Everyone knows that part. Now, can we get back to that dragon?
Gwendolyn, there is so much more to my stories than dragons. I hope this old cap will be remembered for far more than the action tattered across its brim, sewn into the seams of many hidden adventures. All right, let's get back to the dragon.
Tell me everything. Like, why did you set the dragon free even though he was trying to eat you?
I set him free because, well, over the years I realized that the dragon was not the despicable, hideous beast Daventry had made him out to be. He was just a caged animal that was never shown any kindness. On that day, I forgave the dragon for his atrocious past.
You have such a bizarre way of making friends, Grandpa. I guess I do too. I'm known as Gwendolyn the Popular back home, but only to my stuffed bunnies.
I've always found it best to pursue friends where I can, though they don't always feel the same about me.
All right, you two. Grandpa needs to rest. Gwendolyn, it's way past your bedtime.
Sleep well, Grandpa. I'll be back first thing in the morning.
I don't need rest. I'm as spry as I've ever been, though I wouldn't mind a slice of magic fruit.
Well, hello, cousin.
Guard!
I'm glad you're finally here. He's been asking about you for days. I had to sit through the same story 5 times.
We got here as fast as we could, and I like Grandpa's stories, especially the ones with dragons.
Ah, yes, the legendary beast that he set free. I don't know if he forgets I've heard that story before, or he doesn't care, but he loves telling it to anyone that will listen. I'm pretty sure I heard the nursemaids telling his same jokes in the hall.
Have you heard anything the doctors are saying?
Yes, doctors, wizards, magic elves. Grandfather is fine, Gwendolyn. They all say the same thing. He's just old. He still has a few good years left. Look, we're all excited that your family made the trip, but there's no need to worry. You should get some rest. I'm sure you're scheduled for a full morning of Grandfather's hilarious ramblings.
Oh, I'm also scheduled for the tournament tomorrow.
Ah, yes, the fencing tournament. You'll love it. I'm, of course, favored to win, and will make sure you have the very best seat to view my victory. The courtyard will be filled with important people and delicious hors d'oeuvres.
Oh, I'm actually competing in the tournament.
I had no idea we were hosting a junior tournament. That's incredible. In that case, I will gladly be there to cheer you on and eat delectable appetizers.
Nope, no junior tournament. I'll be squaring off against you.
I see. Well, perhaps this is the time to stop listening to stories and finally make some of your own. Good night, Gwendolyn. Sleep well.
Come in, Gwendolyn. You can set those on the nightstand.
Grandma said to take 3 spoonfuls of each.
I'll get to those. No need to fuss over me. Now, let's talk about far more important issues, like that fencing tournament. I hear you're competing.
Well, I signed up, but I'm not so sure anymore.
Nonsense. If it's Scott you're worried about, he's no bother. After all, I only learned that you entered after he complained about it all morning. Threatened, I'm guessing. There are many ways to win a duel. I, for one, have always been fond of...
Mouth something like that. But it'll make us restart all the way from the back, and I don't feel like doing that, so we're gonna keep going.
Whoever designed this trap thought they were pretty clever, but I would probably find a way to hit that unreachable switch.
You're gonna want to remember this later in the game, it'll make more sense. Take this convenient bow. This isn't much of a combat game.
And probably its owner alive.
So then that'll bring the meat down next to him. But if we push it again... There we go. Further away, we'll ring the dinner bell. Alright, so while he's busy with that, let's go get that mirror. Just jump up here before it comes back. I'll take the ride. Game. It's more of solving puzzles and getting through stages like classic King's Quest. It's more of a challenge for the mind. Okay, so we got a bell, we got a ladder that gets us onto this meat slab, and we got a switch.
A ridiculous feeding contraption was cobbled together to keep the beast